Welcome back to the learning world. Today we are going to learn a story of Nasruddin. Okay, and this story is something where we are going to learn from it. Now, every lesson that we learn teaches us something. Alright, and this story is about a man called Nasruddin who belongs from Turkey. Alright? And he always makes sure that wherever he goes, he teaches a wise lesson. Okay? So that the person follows it and understands it. Well, here is a story that we are going to read and understand from it what Nasruddin needs or is trying to tell us. Let's begin. But before we get into the depth of the lesson, it is very important for us to read. So let us begin. A Nasruddin story. A fair solution. One day, a poor man walked by a fine, expensive restaurant. He smelled the delicious food. The man was hungry and tired. He sat down outside the restaurant and took out a piece of dry bread. If I smell these wonderful smells while I eat my bread, I can pretend I'm eating a lovely meal, he thought. The man closed his eyes. He imagined a delicious meal of fish, vegetables, fruit, and cakes. The rich restaurant owner came outside and yelled at the poor man, "Stop! You are enjoying the smell of my delicious food. You must pay me for that." "But I'm only enjoying the smell in the air. I haven't eaten any of your food," said the poor man. "Those smells are mine. They come from my delicious food. Pay me the money," demanded the rich man. "No," said the poor man. "That's not fair. I won't pay you." "Then we will go to the judge," said the rich man. "He will make you pay." The judge of the town was Nasruddin. Nasruddin was clever and wise. "Tell me the problem," Nasruddin said to the rich man. The rich man pointed to the poor man. "This man sat outside my restaurant and enjoyed the smell of my delicious food. The food belongs to me, and so does the smell of the food. I want this man to pay me money for enjoying those wonderful smells," said the rich man. "Is it true that you enjoyed the smells of this man's delicious food?" Nasruddin asked the poor man. "Yes, it's true," said the poor man. "Give me your money then," said Nasruddin. Sadly, the poor man gave Nasruddin a small bag of coins. "I haven't got much money. This is all I have," said the poor man. Nasruddin took the bag of coins and held it next to the rich man's ear. He shook the bag so the coins jingled. "Can you hear the sound of this money?" Nasruddin asked the rich man. "Of course," said the rich man. "Good," said Nasruddin. "That is your payment. This poor man enjoyed the smell of your food. Now you have enjoyed the sound of his money. That is a fair solution." Nasruddin handed back the bag of coins back to the poor man. "You are free to go now," Nasruddin said to the poor man. "The problem has been solved." "Thank you," said the poor man. "You are welcome," said Nasruddin. So, now we have read the lesson. Let us see in detail what is this story, which is called A Fair Solution, is all about. Alright? So one day what happened? A poor man. You know who is a poor man? Who doesn't have a home, who doesn't have money to eat, who doesn't have, money for buying clothes, shoes, and they beg outside. Okay, they ask in money from people. So what happened was, a poor man was walking by a very fine means what? Very clean, very beautiful, okay? It's the you can say the design of the hotel, the restaurant was very nice and very fine and very classy, when we look at any restaurant, okay, we first look at how does the restaurant look like, how good it is looking, how clean it is, all right, and then you and I enter into that restaurant, isn't it? And also that it was a expensive restaurant. Expensive means what? Something which is costly, where you have to pay more money for food. Okay, so wonder what happened. A poor man, you can see in this picture, he was walking by this restaurant, okay, which is very beautiful, very fine, and very expensive. So what happened? The poor man, he smelled the delicious food. You know what do you mean by delicious? It means yummy. All right, so he smelled this delicious food. Now if we pass by from any restaurant, or we pass by from anybody's house who is cooking, all right, we smell it, right? And when we smell it, we try to guess what food it is, right? So here this poor man, he did not have any money, okay, to even eat at such an expensive, such an costly restaurant. So he just smelled the food, all right. So this man was very hungry and he was very tired. So he sat down there outside the restaurant. And what did he do? He took out a piece of dry bread, all right, and he said to himself that if he smell these wonderful smells while I eat my bread, I can pretend I'm eating a lovely meal, he thought. The man closed his eyes. He imagined a delicious meal of fish, vegetables, fruit, and cakes. So this man, he sat down outside the restaurant as he smelled yummy food, okay, delicious food, and he took out a piece of bread, all right, and he closed his eyes, okay, and he started eating the bread. But you know what he was thinking? He was smelling the food while eating the bread, and he thought that the bread was fish, vegetable, fruit, and cakes that he was eating. Now, if your mother makes any veggies, all right, any vegetables, and she doesn't cook any fish or mutton or chicken for you, and then from someone else's house you get the smell of chicken and fish, so what you do is you try to smell, you think that okay, what you do is you eat vegetable and you think like, oh, I wish this was the fish, and you put in your mouth and you think that okay, I am eating fish, but in actual it isn't a fish, it is the vegetable that you're eating. So same over here, this poor man was eating bread thinking that he was eating fish, fruit, cakes and vegetables. The rich restaurant owner came outside and yelled. What do you mean by yelled? It means shouted at the poor man. So this man, he saw the poor man sitting over there and smelling his food. So he got very angry and he said, "What are you doing outside my restaurant?" Then the poor man said, "I'm not doing anything. I just smelled a delicious food that you're making in your restaurant." So the owner was angry. He got angry and he said, "All these smells are mine because they come from my food. Now you have to pay me money for smelling my food." Now, have you ever heard anybody saying you to pay money for smelling their yummy food? No, right? So here what happened? This rich man demanded. Demanded means what? He wanted money from this poor man. For what? Did he buy food? No, he did not. What did he do? He just smelled. So for just smelling the food, this rich bad man wanted money. That's not fair. I won't pay you. So the poor man said, "I won't pay you just for smelling the food. Should I pay you? I did not even eat it." So then what did the rich man said? He said, okay, we will go to the court and we will let the judge decide this all the situation, and the rich man says that he knows that the judge will ask this poor man to pay. Now, do you know who is a judge? Have you ever gone to the court, where the judge gives decision? All right. So let us see over here what we have got next. So the judge of the town was Nasruddin. All right. Nasruddin was clever and wise. So now these both have reached to whom? To Nasruddin. Who was Nasruddin? He was a judge. And how was his character? He was clever and wise. Alright? So, now these both people, the poor man and the rich man, have gone to Nasruddin. So, Nasruddin asked the rich man, you can see in this picture, tell me your problem. So the rich man pointed towards, you can see his finger is towards whom? The poor man. So he says that this man was sitting outside my restaurant and he smelled my delicious food. So the poor man was like, he said, I did not eat his food, I just smelled. And he is asking me to pay money just because I smelled his food. So the rich man is asking money for smelling his food from this poor man. So Nasruddin asked this poor man, did you smell this rich man's food? So the poor man said, yes, my judge, I smelled his food. So Nasruddin said that give me your money. So how could Nasruddin, he's so clever, he's so good, he's a judge, and how could he ask money from this poor man just for smelling this rich man's food? Now that's shocking, isn't it? Now, since he is a poor man and he is not rich like this restaurant owner, he unfortunately had to give this money to Nasruddin. So the poor man said, I have this much money only. So Nasruddin took a bag of coins to the rich man's ear and he jingled the money. What do you mean by jingled? It means shaking. Alright? So he shaked that bag which was filled with coins in the ears of this rich man. Now the judge Nasruddin asked rich man, did you hear the sound of the coins? So the rich man said, yes, I heard the sound of the money. So Nasruddin told him that now that you have enjoyed the sound of these coins, you have to pay the poor man the money for hearing the sound of his coin. So Nasruddin was shocked. Nasruddin told this rich man that he has to pay money to the old man. So this rich man was shocked and he just thought and realized what mistake he made. Now, this rich man told the poor man to pay money just because he smelled the food. Now Nasruddin has to pay to the old man has to pay to Nasruddin just because he heard the coins of this poor man. Sound of this coins of this poor man. So now he has to pay. The rich man realized his mistake and he said to the judge that he doesn't want money from the poor man. So Nasruddin says that the problem is solved and that is a fair solution. So the poor man said, thank you, judge. Nasruddin said, you're welcome. So a fair solution is a very good heading for this story. Fair means where nothing wrong is happening. Fair word can be of two meanings. The fair is one who is white, okay, who is white in color, okay, and fair means, the other word for fair means staying true, okay. Solution means what? If you are into any problem and you get out of it, okay, how do you get out of it? Through a solution. What is solution? Solution means the way through which you can come out of the problem. All right, here we have some questions, which are 8 questions. We have word study over here too. These all you will write with question and answers in your notebook as homework. Homework will be posted in the WhatsApp. Kindly go through it, complete it, because anything can happen anytime. You might have an examination too. So if you don't want to fall into trouble at the last moment, if there is examination, then you need to complete your homeworks daily. Dear parents, it's a humble request to kindly go through the lesson, make them read, understand, complete their homework and learn, because till the decision comes, we don't know what will happen next. So till that time, my dear students, in the next class we will be learning something new, something interesting, something knowledgeable and something inspiring. Hope this story was very inspiring and you also learned a lesson with it. See you next time with another lesson, another story which will inspire and where we gain our knowledge. Thank you.